Hello, fellow peasants. Today I'll be reviewing 1982's The House on Sorority Row. Okay, guys, so I watched The House on Sorority Row. This came out in 1982. What's it about? Well, the movie starts off on June 19th, 1961. This lady's giving birth to this baby. It doesn't go very well. The doctor tells her, "I'm sorry, the baby didn't make it. It was an experimental pregnancy. Like she was having trouble getting pregnant. The doctor did some weird experiments for her to be able to get pregnant or something. It went awry. The baby didn't survive the pregnancy or the birth. And cut to all these years later, where that lady who gave birth is the house mother of this sorority. Well, the girls are like wrapping up school, and she's like, "Get out of the house. You can't party here. I shut down the house every year on June 19th. And I guess it's because of the tragedy with her baby or whatever. But the girls stay anyway to throw a big party. She gets mad, and they decide to pull a prank on her with a gun, where they pretend to scare her and shoot her. But little do they know there was actually a bullet left in the gun, and they accidentally shoot the house mother. And they're like, "What do we do with the body?" They're like, "Oh, do we tell the cops? Do we not tell the cops?" And so they end up having this huge party anyway, and but the people start getting picked off, and people start dying. And you're like, who is the killer? So most of the film, it's a slasher film. It's an 80s slasher film. So it's run-of-the-mill 80s slasher. But the difference here is you don't really know who the slasher is until the end. And there's a bit of a twist ending in a way. So if you have not seen the movie and you don't want it to be spoiled, I would recommend checking out now. If you don't care, then keep watching. So what do I like, what do I not like about The House on Sorority Row? What I like about The House on Sorority Row is the mystery aspect of the killer. You're wondering, who is this? Because you know the house mother's dead. But part of you also thinks, like, did she happen to survive? Is she alive? Is she killing these people? Who is behind this? Is it one of the girls in the house or somebody? So there is a whodunit aspect a bit to this. The kills here are decent. There's, decent amount of blood here. The way the kills are executed are okay. They're not horrible by any means. I've seen way more lame kills in slashers than this. I do like the approach that it takes of being a bit more of a thriller, murder mystery type thing than it is just a straight up 100% slasher. What else? The performances in here are not bad. The only really cheesy parts of the film, where the acting is kind of crappy and it's a little hammy, is the scenes at the party where there's a band playing. Anytime there's like a fake 80s band playing at some party in an 80s movie, it's always cheesy because it's not a real band. It's not real songs. The songs are always like, "We're gonna rock all night. We're gonna rock all day. We're gonna rock." It's always like the cheesiest 80s rock songs about rocking. They love doing that in the 80s, like making rock songs about rock songs. And so anyway, some of the party scenes are cheesy. Some of the dialogue is a little try hard with the trying to be hip, trying to be cool. But overall, I think the dialogue and the acting here is serviceable for an 80s slasher flick. The atmosphere here, the college, that sorority atmosphere is decent. They pretty much hammered what they were going for, the college vibe, the sorority girl vibe, But my negatives would be, like, it's horribly shot. I don't like the way this film looks. It feels very made for TV. The camera work, I don't know if it's just the transfer in general, but it's very shaky, very gritty. The pacing of the film is very slow. I was very bored. Like, it's not until like the opening act and the third act are good, but everything in the middle just drags. You're like, what are we doing here? Where's this going? Even though some of the kills are cool, there's not many kills. And I don't know, it just moves at a snail's pace. And there's not a whole lot going on in the middle. It definitely doesn't warrant the hour and a half runtime, and I know that's typical of a slasher film is 90 minutes, but god dang, this could have easily had 15 minutes shaved off of it probably. I guess one more positive. Let's go back to positives. The other positive is the killer. Who the killer is the killer is the baby. The baby actually did not die during the birth, and he's grown up now, and he's getting revenge for the death of his mother. His mother, who accidentally got shot. Who's the house mother. He must have witnessed it or something from the attic. He must have been living upstairs in the house the whole time or something, and saw her get shot, thrown into the pool, and just wanted revenge. And so that's who the killer is. And so I thought that was interesting. I wasn't really expecting that. I guess I should have, but I didn't. So it was a nice surprise. But overall, it commits the ultimate sin of just dragging on and being boring for half of the runtime or more. It just doesn't feel like it's going anywhere for the longest time there in the middle. And I feel like the production value is just super low. Yeah, that's about it. I would not recommend watching this movie. I don't know what I would rate it. I'd maybe give it like a 4.5 out of 10 or something, pretty low. It has some good parts to it, but overall, this is very skippable. I want to thank you guys, though, for voting. This I put up a poll. I reviewed this because I'm like, let me find a couple 80s slashers and have them vote on that. So it was between Slaughter High and this film, and you guys voted for this film. So no shade to anybody who loves this film. I'm not talking smack about you or anything like that. It's just this. It's not a good film. I didn't care for it. I've seen tons of 80s films like this. It's a run-of-the-mill 80s slasher film. So if you're not expecting much, this might be right on the money for what you're looking for. If you just want a cheesy 1980s college slasher flick, but I just feel the runtime isn't warranted. It's just boring. About 15 minutes needs shade off. 15 minutes. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think about the House on Sorority Row. Have a good one, peasants. Peace out. Bye-bye.